a presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this payday.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the center position. And for the Clippers, the two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Jackson is out there with Kennard. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Leonard with no one around. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Leonard's got the opening bucket of the night here for Los Angeles. Holiday against Jackson. The pass to DiVincenzo. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Now here's Leonard. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. Great D that time from Middleton.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And the dunk by Giannis.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Jackson against Howard. Jackson passes to Kennard. Fires the three. From the paint. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Middleton the pass to DiVincenzo. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Now here's Jackson. Oh, Leonard in position. The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Goes up on the high post, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Here's George. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Milwaukee leading by 4. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George with no one around. Hits the jumper in space.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
A minute 50 left in the first quarter. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee.
It wasn't that long ago that Holiday suffered some injuries that had people concerned about his future.
Greg, some injuries are bad luck. We do know this. Drew Holiday's physical, he's fearless, and he doesn't know any other way to play. But thankfully, he's battled through, and he is still playing at an all-star level.
Now here's Beverly. Inside. Cousins inside, working on Portis. Batum attacking, and Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Here's Tucker after the basket by Los Angeles. Outside Portis passes it to Holiday. 13 feet away. And it comes off the front of the rim. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Mann. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Tucker, the pass to Portis. To the right side. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Nwora. To the middle. Batum with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. Count that one.
Way to run the floor, big fella. And this is what you get from DeMarcus Cousins. He plays with a lot of passion.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right.
I think the underdog story, started with.
And Greg, playing with a chip on his shoulder, has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday, and it's Nwora in at the small forward position. And the Bucks making a change here. Teague's checked in. And here's Batum. Back to Beverly. Pass to Mann. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Portis finds Teague. Back to Portis. Shoots from 12. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Big guy with a high release. Bobby Portis can get a clean look from mid-range almost anytime he wants.
Beverly dishes to Batum. And a miss there on the triple. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Tucker. Shakes him. It's hauled in by Zubac.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. On the wing, Batum. Back to Beverly. 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Cousins. Shoots over Portis.
Heart, guts, and commitment. Bobby Portis with terrific defense on that play.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And it's George finishing it off.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
And, guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Antetokounmpo's got 12 points in the game. 1:44 left in the first half of the game. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. Paul George with the steal. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And here is Los Angeles now. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. George looking over the floor. And George with the stuff.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and it's the Bucks on the break. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for the Bucks. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside, George, and the pass to Kennard. Outside, Jackson. Oh, Leonard in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, will you take it?
Yep, that one goes in there.
Good read from Paul George. He's very skilled at realizing when he should make these passes.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
Oh, okay.
He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 16. And that'll do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Luke Kennard out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Ibaka in its center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Outside for George. Leonard on the wing, covered by Giannis. There's the feed to Teague.
And I love that Teague didn't slow up when he got inside and went right in and drew the foul.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, he's been a one-man wrecking crew down low. His consistent scoring has dictated the pace of this game. We'll see if they decide to front him, bring a quick double, or maybe even both to try to slow him down.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 5. Passes to Kennard. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. There's the lob to the hoop. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by DiVincenzo.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Pass to Leonard. George trying to break free. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Kawhi Leonard. Jackson against DiVincenzo. He kicks to Giannis. That shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. Still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Teague against Leonard. There's the lob, and Antetokounmpo takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Giannis is double. He feeds it to Middleton. Back to Giannis. Stolen by Jackson. Leonard with the ball. Outguarded by Giannis. And now they decide to foul intentionally. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Feeds it to Cousins. Platoon passes to Mann. Zubac trying to break loose. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Mann.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And so they foul intentionally.
Into the lineup for the Bucks. PJ Tucker.
Teague feeling it out a bit. Pass to Forbes. Here's Nwora, defended by Batum. Nwora, the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Already.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Outside Holiday. 1:10 left in the third. And no good that time. The Clippers trail. Here's the pass to Beverly. Now the dish to Batum. Passes it to Zubac. 5 to shoot. And Beverly kicks to Batum. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Beverly finds Batum. Buries it from three-point range. Batum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Holiday goes in. He dishes it to Tucker. Weston Nwora. And he's good on the 3-ball. Nwora's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside, Batum. Over Holiday. Misses there. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Bucks ahead, up 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Setting the floor for the Bucks. We've got Holiday. P.J. Tucker is out there with Portis. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls. Get into the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
The Clippers in the lead. Beverly with the ball. Pass to Zubac. Batum scanning the floor. Kicks to Cousins. And there's the pass to Mann. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. No good from Zubac.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Stolen by Beverly.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
George is checked in for the Clippers. And that one's good by Giannis.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Now, here is George. Tight defense on him. And the basket is good. And the Clippers lead by 1.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Here's Giannis. And the rejection by Zubac. Timeout called the Bucks.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. The kick out to Holiday. Clock is at 3. Shoots over Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
The Clippers shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Passes it to Kennard. Down low, Ibaka, back to Kennard. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard, and the rejection by Giannis. They retain possession. Kennard's shot is off. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. The Bucks trail. Middleton on the wing.
You know what Kawhi brings to the table defensively. He can switch 1 through 5.
Beyond the arc. 1:57 left to play here in the fourth. Back to George. Hits some room on the way in, and the bucket's good.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Stolen by Jackson. Now, here is George. Dishes it to Leonard. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Jackson kicks to Ibaka. Clock at 6. That one goes in. Ibaka's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
And that could be a big bucket right there. Ibaka doesn't shy away from taking crucial shots.
And here's George for 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Giannis. The dish to Lopez. And he can't stop the run as he misses. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles leading by 8. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And he converts the layup.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
George passes to Kennard. Back to George. Kennard finds George. Good on the three-point shot.
And it was going back and forth there for a while, but now starting to just stretch out that lead a bit. They're definitely looking like the better team.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Pass to Kennard. Back to Leonard. Jackson has the open look. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Bucks ball.
Now, Giannis. No good there.
That's terrific play on the ball by Serge.
All right, David, great job. And stays true. David, thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Beverly in at the point. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the 3. Lillard against Beverly. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. From outside, off the mark.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
The shot by George, wide open. The three-pointer is right on target.
Well, we knew that Paul George was a long-limbed, exceptional defender coming out of Fresno. His offense, though, has been impressive from the time he has stepped between the lines on the NBA level.
Now here's McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Steps back and shoots. And it's Lillard missing.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Morris dishes to Ibaka. Morris kicks to Beverly. Pass to George. Launches it. Unable to get that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. Up the floor. Powell, no one around him. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
There it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. George with the bounce pass. Beverly finds Ibaka. George against McCollum. And stolen by Lillard. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Powell. And the rejection by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
Powell against Leonard. Now here's McCollum, guarded closely. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
George looking over the floor. Powell against Leonard. Back to George. Good work there as it goes. George has got 5 points so far. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
Anthony finds Nurkic. We've got 1:18 left in the first. Right side, George. Back to Beverly. Here's Leonard. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And it's Lillard missing.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. The feed now to George. Inside, Morris. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Anthony kicks to McCullough. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard against Beverly. And it's sent back by George.
How about the timing from Paul George on that rejection? Twice on the pipes.
And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 4. And we'll... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Reggie Jackson. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Cousins in at the center position. Cullen passes to Lillard. Powell against Batum. Lillard scanning the floor. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Norman Powell. And Jones subbed in for McCollum. Kennard up top. Defended by Jones. Batum against Covington. Kennard for 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Collins has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. 4-point game. To the paint. Here's Covington. Great D that time from Batum.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Jackson passes to Kennard. It's stolen by Jones. Pass to Collins. Jones in the post. Kennard covering. And no good. Los Angeles leading by 4. Batum inside the 3-point line. Zubac, bounce pass. Kennard kicks to Batum. Back to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table.
The Clippers have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. The pass to Jackson. Back to Kennard. Can they get it? It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Kennard's got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Cantor. Outside Covington. Tries it from 9. And the rejection by Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins proving you don't have to be a high flyer to block shots. That's about positioning and timing.
Back to Kennard. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut to just 5 points on the basket from Covington.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Here's Kennard. They grab their own miss. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Jones, the pass to Collins. Lillard outside. From deep. Rebound by the Clippers.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Kennard for three. The shot misses. Now Portland takes it the other way.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Jones against Kennard. And Batum kicks to Kennard. Drills it from outside. Kennard's got 6 here in this quarter. Lillard against Jackson. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut back down to 5 as they get the points there from Lillard.
The wheel come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. And that should...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Trailblazers trail by 7.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by Beverly. Clippers leading by 7. Up top, Ibaka. He's covered by Kanter. A 3 from Leonard. Portland grabs the miss. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Giles checked in for Enes Kanter. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Outside, George. There's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. George has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Clippers leading by 8. George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Here's George. 10 points for him. Outside Leonard. Passes it to Ibaka. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. McCollum kicks to Giles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
For Portland, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
For the Trailblazers, Collins checked in for Anthony. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for McCollum. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Outside Leonard. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And here's Kennard. He has 6. Dishes it to Cousins. Basket is good. He'll get a chance. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Trailblazers trail by 6. To the inside. Now Kennard takes the 3. That shot, no good.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Yeah, easy call.
The Trailblazers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And that one falls for Collins. And so he makes both from the line. And so here are the Clippers. They lead by 4. The Clippers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Harry Giles. Robert Covington comes in for Collins. Little, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And McCollum subbed in for Lillard. Here's Simons. Kennard covering. Out left to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Cousins. Kennard with the ball. He's got 6. Pass to Batum. Back to Kennard. 3-pointer. The Clippers keep it alive. And the dunk by Zubac.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Reggie Jackson out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. McCollum against George. Lobs it up for Ibaka. George dishes to Ibaka. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Ibaka's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. Lillard with it. George picks him up in a wide open look for McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
And stolen by Lillard. McCollum against Beverly. Fast break, here we go. Right side, Leonard. Back to Morris. Kicks to Beverly. Pass to George. Just 4 to shoot. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Well, I'll tell you this. If the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GM.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
George passes to Morris. Leonard against Powell. Leonard kicks to Morris. Now, here's George. Defense right on him. And Ibaka is right there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Beverly against Lillard. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Floats it up there for Nurkic. That shot no good.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
The 3 from George. And it's George again missing. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing here by 8. And oh boy, a lot of contact there. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay reviews is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A different look for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Morris, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
Jackson dishes to Ibaka. And the pass to George. Yep, that one goes.
Well, the efficiency with the mid-range game, Paul George has always possessed.
Lillard attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Jackson against Lillard. Pass to George. High post shot. Rebounded by McCollum. Trailblazers trail by 6. Stolen by George. Pass to Leonard. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. We've got 1:13 left here in the fourth quarter. Jackson passes to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Off target with the open look. Portland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Powell kicks to Nurkic. Back to Powell. Portland moving the ball. Not going to go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Nurkic with the steal. The shot by Powell, no good.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Outside Leonard from past the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Leonard's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
Well, Kawhi Leonard put in the time to become a big-time threat from range. That is beautiful.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Lillard throws it down.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
All right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Cullen passes to Anthony. Yes!
And this is why Melo gets the big bucks. A lot of players will shy away from an important shot, but Melo wanted to be in that position.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation.
Well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Now Lillard. McCollum outside. Lets it go with the three. And the three ball is good.
You got to be aware of McCollum. I mean, he's a competitor. And look, he looks for revenge in these situations.
We play just over a minute here in the first. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Here's Lillard. From deep. It doesn't go for him. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Lillard, and finished off by Nurkic.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to DiVincenzo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 4 on the clock. Here's Middleton. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Well, he doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Lillard against Holiday. McCollum outside. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Oh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Now, here's Lopez. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by the Bucks. 1:21 left here in the first quarter. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide-open man.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lillard from outside, and the rebound goes to Lopez.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. .52 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now here's Teague. Passes it to Portis. And here's Tucker. 5 on the clock. That's tipped. Covington with the steal. McCollum with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Rejected by Teague.
And who would have thought it would be Teague to send that shot away? Great block.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in, and he makes both free throws. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Simons. Teague covering. And stolen by Portis. Shoots the three. But they get it back. And Teague is right there.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Teague anticipated every move on that play and was right there to meet him each step of the way. Great defense.
And so it's Milwaukee going into the break with a 10-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got Enes Kanter. Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Taken away. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Chalk up 2 there. Hollis-Jefferson's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Portland.
Now, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Kanter. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Forbes dishes to Teague. Forbes the pass to Teague. The Bucks working the ball around. Back to Portis. 6 to shoot. Teague finds Portis. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The pass to Carmelo. Over onto Kumbo. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And they continue to control the glass.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
To the middle. Mora. That's good. And now it's a 12-point Bucks lead.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Shoots. They get the rebound. Simons, the pass to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Kanter gets a lot of his points this way. But, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on his team.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Hollis-Jefferson. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And Simons a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point, though.
Teague, the pass to Nora. Back to Teague. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Over Anthony. Tries again. Portis. They shoot again. Antetokounmpo dishes to Teague. There's Portis. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. And the Bucks lead by 9.
Can't take Portis lightly from the mid-range. This is one of his go-to shots.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Lillard with no one around. And another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Bucks leading by 6. We've got 1:13 left now here in the second. Holiday with it. He's got 5. Floats it up for Giannis. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Anthony. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Lillard misses.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Giannis.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from McCollum. McCollum against DiVincenzo. Pass to Middleton. Shoots over Powell. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night.
He is shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
Powell kicks to Anthony. Lillard outside. It could go. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA halftime. Milwaukee came out looking very confident. They put together some nice offensive stretches and at one point led by as many as 10. That's
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys to the ball.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Lillard from outside, and the rebound goes to Lopez.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut back down to 7 after the points coming from Covington. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Portland. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 7-point differential. Here the step back. Offensive rebound. Here's Cantor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Crafty pump fake by Cantor right there. Outwitted the defender and won himself a trip to the line.
Simons, he's checked in for McCollum. And Cantor drops them both. Bucks leading by 5. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Just 5 to shoot. To the paint. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Trailblazers trail by 5. Now Lillard. The 3. Giannis grabs the miss. Giannis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Holiday finds Middleton. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. The Trailblazers have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Holiday against Lillard. Now here is Holiday. He's covered closely. Floats it up for Giannis. And so Milwaukee again turning it over.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Harry Giles is checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for Anthony Simons.
And what I love about Lillard now, I mean, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your butt, and you compete at a high level every night.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. To end the cold streak, and Giannis throws it down.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Pass to Giles. Passes it to Jones. There's the lob to Lillard.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
No, it would be a shame to make all this progress and let them off the hook. Got to keep the pressure on.
1:07 left here in the third quarter. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Down low. The dive for the ball. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. The Bucks have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And Giannis throws it down.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And that's going to be a treble.
He's got to get back to playing in control. After 0 turnovers in the first half, he's out there loose with it.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Powell, the pass to Lillard. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even. Lillard's got 10.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Lillard against T. To the inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. The rebound by Giles. Portland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. He's perfect from the line this time. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Teague. No good with the layup. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Portland out in front. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for Portland, they've got Giles, Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Jones, and it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint. Outside, Jones. Now the pass to Cantor. Jones against Middleton. Jones kicks to Lillard.
Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Powell dishes to Lillard. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Cantor. Good D by Lopez.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Middleton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 2.
And good to see the hustle from Middleton here. He's a good partner to have on the break, and he's quick to get up the court.
Jones, the pass to Giles. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Middleton with it. Cantor covering. Holiday, no one around him. Off target from 3-point range. Lopez with the steal. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now here's Teague. He's tightly guarded. Outside Portis. Inside. Here's Tucker. Mora, the pass to Teague. 4 on the shot clock. And the Bucks miss again.
And that one bounced their way. But, guys, the rebounding disparity has been stark. They are -10 in that category. And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Teague feeling it out a bit. Out to the right wing from outside the arc. Connects from 3-point range.
Not a surprise to see Teague stepping up when his team needs him. Huge score right there.
McCollum outside. Fires from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. McCollum's got 5 points now this quarter. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. T kicks to Forbes. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. And here's Little. There's the dish to Nurkic. McCollum outside to take the lead. The putback. It's good on the putback. Anthony's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Giannis against Anthony, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. 1:19 left in the game. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
When someone's open, Lopez will use his height to see over the defense.
Holiday against Lillard. Now, here's Nurkic. Not a lot of room. Anthony right side. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Lopez with the steal. And here we go. Giannis heading to the hoop. Count it.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo has evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Floats it up there for Nurkic. Money!
This is what you want from Nurkic. Fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Middleton the pass to Giannis. And so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them the lead. And so he drops them both. It's a two-point ball game.
That's just clutch work, really. That's all you can say. A little bit of D now, and they'll be out of here with a win.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Lillard against Holiday. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Lillard scanning the floor. Fires the three. No good from three-point territory. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it. with the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Baca is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Nobody near George. Misses the 3. And here is DiVincenzo. To the inside. It's stolen by Ibaka. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The pass to George. Well, Greg, fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And here's Leonard from 3. The offensive rebound. Leonard on the wing. Kicks it to George. Fires the 3. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Outside Holiday. And the Bucks miss again. Los Angeles is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Jackson passes to Ibaka. Outside for George. Shot clock at 6. A 3 from Leonard. Rebounded by the Bucks. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And I tell you, it's ridiculous how much space Antetokounmpo covers in just 2 strides. I mean, the way he handles himself going to the basket, and it is one sight to see.
Now here's Jackson. Outside Leonard. Ibaka right side. Good work there as it goes.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Here's Holiday. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Leonard against Antetokounmpo, and it's sent back by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks.
To the middle, it's stolen by Antetokounmpo. From 6 feet. Antetokounmpo. Giannis on the follow.
Hey, offensive rebounding. Positioning is important, but nothing's more important than pursuing the pumpkin. And Antetokounmpo is always in the chase.
Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Out to Morris. Shot from 16. The shot, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Now here's Leonard. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Leonard's got 5.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The 3 from George. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Bucks trail by 3. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Ibaka, the pass to Jackson. George from deep three-point land, but they'll get another chance. Morris finds Leonard. Off target from outside. Moving it up. Here's Holiday, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Reggie Jackson.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
At the line for 2.
So we can't get either to fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by 3. We've got more in store for you right after this. And regarding...
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Nora in at the small forward position. Here is Forbes. Holiday surveying the floor. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Beverly against Holiday. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. 2 points. That one goes.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Holiday against Beverly. On the wing, Holiday. There's the lob to Portis. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Teague's checked in. Now here's Batum after the miss from Bobby Portis. Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Tucker, and the rejection by Zubac. Here's Kennard. Shoots the 3. The second effort, and it's Zubac laying it in. Zubac has got his second bucket of the night.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboards.
T kicks it to Tucker. Passes to Forbes. Pass to Teague. There's the lob to Portis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, you know, not every point guard would be able to find an open man right there, but Teague is always looking for the right play.
Beverly with the ball. Kennard for 3. Warog grabs the board.
Putting up a goose egg, bagel this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
For Los Angeles, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway.
And that corner 3, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. To the left side wing. Pass to Portis. He kicks it to T. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Jackson against Teague. Left side, Portis. 43 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock at 5. Teague, the pass to Nora. The 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Leonard, no luck.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
George looking around. Over Middleton. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And all right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter suit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with
and in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. The Clippers in the lead. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Leonard. Pops it up for Ibaka. An emphatic alley-oop jam. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Here's Jackson following the bucket by the Bucks. George with the bucket.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 8-point game. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Six to shoot. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Shoots it up. Kept alive.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Bucks trail by 8. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I tell you what, it's absolutely foolish and futile to let Antetokounmpo get space to sprint towards the rim. I mean, the dunks he jams home are just downright filthy, ugly, nasty, wicked.
Now, here's George. He's got 5. And there's the pass to Ibaka. Over Lopez. George. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Middleton can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 6. Outside, George. Back to Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night. Holiday against Jackson. Holiday dishes to Lopez. There's the lob into the Kumbo.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
Outside, George. Back to Jackson. Morris looking over the floor. He dishes it to George. Back to Morris. George against Antetokounmpo. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot before second violation. Teague is checked in for Milwaukee. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Here's DiVincenzo. Teague finds Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
Teague against Beverly. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Bucks trail by 4. And now here comes Teague leading the break.
Man, I like the tenacity of Teague.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. It's a hand on it.
So impressive with the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Beverly, the pass to Cousins. Back to Beverly. And that one released in time, but no good. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. We've got Teague. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Forbes in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here's Teague. And Portis throws it down.
And Teague is outstanding at making the right decision, especially in the pick and roll. Change of pace, his tight handles, his passing is superb.
Here's Beverly. And the layup is good. Beverly's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Cousins. Good. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Right side, Portis. Teague for 3. Kennard with the rebound. And for the Clippers, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. To the paint, and Cousins throws it down hard.
Boogie Cousins shaking it up a little bit with a dynamic throwdown.
The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Jackson kicks to Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Now here is Holiday. There's the lob Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Here's George, and it's Leonard at the elbow. Dishes it to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. 4 on the clock. Up again, and Ibaka is right there.
And offensively, they finally seem to be coming around after an ugly first half.
And, you know, to shoot that poorly early and to have the lead now, they feel fortunate, but they've earned their good fortune.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Milwaukee has possession. And Zoe Antetokounmpo looking over it. Over Ibaka. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And quite honestly, guys, Antetokounmpo, get that name right, folks. He's one of the most unique, talented players in the league. I mean, long arms, which really create a lot of problems for the defenders, whether he's passing or shooting.
And good, aggressive basketball on that trip, drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
George against DiVincenzo. No one covering. Ibaka's got 4 this quarter.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Now, Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Leonard. It's tipped. Taken away by Holiday. Middleton. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Middleton's got his first 2 points of the night.
You can really see Middleton now starting to emerge as a leader for this team. Whenever they're looking for an important basket, he provides it.
Now, here's George. Feeds it to Ibaka. Back to George. Morris, left side. 5 to shoot. Takes a shot at the elbow. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Antetokounmpo, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. We'll bring it up for the Clippers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that.
Here's George. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Leonard the pass to George. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
A shot by Middleton, wide open. Frames it from downtown.
Middleton, the kind of player that simply relishes the pressure. He's comfortable taking the big shots.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Timeout called the Bucks. They're trailing by 3. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And only one choice here. They need a three. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot three if they hope to tie it.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. Out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Nurkic in its center. And for Los Angeles, we've got Luke Kennard. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at the center position. Leonard against Jones. Leonard kicks to Morris. Just 4 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. The Clippers keep it alive. And Portland with the ball. Pass to Nurkic. Drops in the layup for 2.
Nurkic using his body that time, a polished move.
Beverley with the ball. The pass to Kennard. Back to Beverley. In the corner, Ibaka with it. Shoots over Nurkic. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Pass to Kennard. Lets it go with a 3. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's Beverley trying to get open as Ibaka. And it's Beverley missing.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Clippers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
There's the 3. Good on the triple. Powell's got 5 now.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And here's Beverley. He feeds it to Ibaka. Rejected by Nurkic.
Nurkic big and blocking.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
It's Powell on the wing. Beverley against Lillard. From deep. Doesn't go for it. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Now the Clippers moving it up. Morris passes to Kennard. The shot, no good. Portland leading by 11. And again, Portland running the court in transition. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Here's Nurkic. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Nurkic has got his second basket of the game.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area, and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Powell dishes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Jones. Passes it to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Nurkic with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Yep, it counts. He's got 6.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
George against Powell. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, Paul George, look out. Hammers that one home.
And Portland with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Here's Nurkic, and there's the feed to Anthony. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Powell kicks to Anthony. Back to Powell. Three-pointer, Lillard. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 13. We'll be back shortly live.
I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
So for the Trailblazers, Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Jones comes in for Little. And it's Powell in for McCullough. Clippers trail by 13. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Nurkic is checked in. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Leonard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Lillard, the pass to Jones. There's the dish to Nurkic. Down low and stolen by Cousins. Oh, Leonard in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Now, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Lillard outside. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Leonard. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Launches it. But they recover it. Pass to Powell. Back to Anthony. Hangs in the air. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Can't cash in from close range.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Powell, no one around him. No good on the three.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Lillard, the pass to Powell. This is to Nurkic. Lillard with it. George picks him up. Powell for 3. They grab their own miss. And that one, good. Nurkic has got 10 points in the game.
And Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
Jackson looking it over. Here's Cousins. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Yusuf Nurkic had it going on in the first quarter. He had 10 points. 4. And that.
I promise to break.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One guy who's been getting it done is Yusuf Nurkic.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
We've got Ibaka. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Beverly in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard. McCollum left side. Kicks it to Little. There's the pass to Cannon. Stolen by Beverly. One-on-one here. And foul called. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Beverly dishes to Morris. Now here's Beverly. Defense is right there. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers leading by 8. McCollum outside. Little with the ball. Leonard's there. It's stolen by Morris. And an intentional foul right there. Outside, George. Again, the Clippers.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Yeah, possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight, taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
And Beverly kicks to Ibaka. A 3-pointer off the mark.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The 15-footer. A putback. No good that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over. And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day, ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come along as a byproduct of playing with better offensive players.
Lillard with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Lillard misses.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Jackson against Lillard. Feeds it to Nurkic. with the shot, and the rejection by Zubats, and the basket by Lillard.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
55 seconds left to play in the third. Jackson has the open look. No good on the triple. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up with the Trailblazers. They lead by 7, and he commits the intentional foul. The Trailblazers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Well, you got quicks, you got instincts, and you got aggression. Damian Lillard capable of taking over just about any time he wants.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Robert Covington. Jones comes in for Little. And it's Powell in for C.J. McCollum.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Lillard attacking, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Both free throws good from Lillard. Clippers trail by 9. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Leonard. He dishes it to Cousins. And Jones sends it back. And they're able to recover. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kennard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Kennard's got his first bucket of the night.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Clippers shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Anthony is out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Powell in at the 2 guard. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Just 5 to shoot. Floats it up for Cousins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Okay, 2 of the easiest points that Cousins is going to have, but in fine fashion with a big throwdown.
Jones, the pass to Lillard. Over Jackson. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Hits the 3-point bomb.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
And that one's good, Anthony.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Jackson against Lillard. Leonard attacking, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Leonard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
Clippers trail by 4. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Zubats. Good on the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And they go to the intentional foul. Cantor checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Derek Jones. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Covered by Morris. Kicks it out to McCollum. Lillard outside. Clock at 6. Back to McCollum. Jacks up a 3. Here's Cantor. Excellent D there from George. The Clippers trail. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Beverly finds George to take the lead. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Anthony. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Melo can play big down there in the paint, so using his size that time to draw the contact.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Anthony. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 4-point game. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Now Batum. Morris dishes to Batum. Softly drops in the floater. Batum's got his first basket.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Shot's good by Anthony.
Melo wants every bit of those moments.
LA's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Knocked away. One-on-one fast break. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. Portland again missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
From deep, George. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Powell kicks to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Cullen passes to Carmelo. 5 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot to the paint. Lillard finds Anthony. Cantor's shot is off.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Passes to Powell. Three-pointer, Lillard. The rebound by Ibaka.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss? Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
Lillard against Beverly. Here's Lillard. From deep three-point range and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. So the Trailblazers win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony. out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. And for Portland, they've got Jones. He's out there with Little. Damian Lillard out there with Nurkic. And it's Simons in at shooting guard. Now here's Lillard. Dishes it to Little. Offline with his 3. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. He can't hit that time. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And it's the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo running. It's stolen by Jones. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Now, Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. Loads it up for Giannis. DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to see. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. Another shot. That one misses. Great D that time from Giannis. Tries again. Goes up with it. And it's Portland with the rebound. Kicks it out to Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And what I love about Lillard now, I mean, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your butt, and you compete at a high level every night.
Free throw good. Damian Lillard. He makes 1 of 2 that time. For Milwaukee, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. So it's the Bucks now. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Lopez with the ball. 6 to shoot. Ball's knocked loose. Nurkic with the steal. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Simons surveying the D. The shot. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. And it's the Bucks on the break. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. And the turnover again by Milwaukee.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen. They've got to communicate much better on it.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Jones. Norman Powell's checked in for Little. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. Now here's Powell. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. The Bucks getting another chance here. Here's Middleton, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And we all know about Middleton's shooting ability, but don't underestimate his explosiveness at the rim.
On up the court. Throws it up high. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And the dunk by Powell.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Lopez. The shot by Middleton, wide open. That 3 off the mark. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. trailing by 5. Now here's Lopez. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And they're moving it up. Holiday with the block.
An aggressive defender who pressures ball handlers. Nobody should be surprised to see Holiday sending shots away.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Back to Portis. The kick out to T. Moves back up. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Bucks now. Now the pass to Nora. From downtown, clock at 4. Here's Tucker. And stolen by Lillard. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Back to McCollum. From deep three-point range. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
There's the lob to Portis. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Bucks lead by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
On the court for the Bucks, Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Teague, and it's Forbes in at the 2-guard. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Pass to Powell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Outside Teague. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
They double-team McCollum. The quick look, no good that time.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And that one drops.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Trailblazers trail by 9. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You've got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
The shot's good from Forbes.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
McCollum outside. Anthony in the corner. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Fires from the line. offensive rebound. And staying with the play, Anthony.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Forbes, the pass to Portis. Back to Forbes. The tray. Milwaukee the rebound, but he gets it back. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. Portis has got the lead up to 11 now for Milwaukee.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Simon. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Outside Teague. Passes it to Forbes. The dish to Tucker. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Canner, high post. And 1:01 left in the first half of the game. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Trailblazers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Jones comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Little, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And a deep three from Lillard. From beyond the arc and then some.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
There's 48 seconds left in the first half of basketball. There's the lob into the Kumbo. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
I mean, come on, fellas. Keep your head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
Collins checked in for Anthony Simons. Lillard with it. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Nurkic can't hit.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game. Six seconds left to play here in the half.
It really helps their team so much with Middleton's passing with effectiveness, and it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Basket. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Their biggest advantage of the period would... That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Milwaukee leading by 9. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Derek Jones is out there with Nurkic, and it's Lillard in at the point guard. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Middleton with it. He's picked up by Little. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Lillard way outside. The rebound by Middleton.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's Jones with the ball for Portland. 11-point game. In the corner, it's Little. Stolen by Middleton. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last.
And that that's just a risky play. To make a heave like that, not worth it.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. No good on the three. Bucks leading by 11. DiVincenzo finds Middleton. And again, the Bucks miss. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Inside, deflects the pass. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Middleton with it. Lillard picks him up. Lobbed up there for Lopez. It's stolen by Little. Lillard outside. Over Holiday. Lillard misses.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
So for the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Jones, and Norman Powell subbed in for Little. Lopez outside. Offline with his three.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And the dunk by Powell.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
In the corner, Middleton with it. Pass to DiVincenzo. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 13.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Powell dishes to McCollum. Back to Powell. Clock at 6. And the pass to Lillard. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 9. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
And it's McCollum off the drive. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Brook Lopez. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. A different look now for Portland. Jones comes in for Anthony. And it's Little in for C.J. McCollum.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Powell, the pass to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Kanter. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Teague surveying the D. Back to Forbes. No good with the triple. Trailblazers trail by 11. And it's Little finishing it off.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. 27 seconds left to play here in the third. And Forbes kicks it to Tucker. The Bucks working the ball around. Stolen by Kansas. Here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Right side, Portis. It's stolen by Jones. That's a 2 from Powell. It's off. The third quarter comes to a close. The Bucks on top, up 7. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, but it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Portis. E.J. Tucker is out there with Teague, and it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. Teague, the pass to Portis. And good that time.
Wow, superb strength of Portis. You got to hit him harder than that if you're the defense.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And that one misses.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. Hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
And Collins has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They trail by 6. McCollum, and that one's on target from the wing.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Cantor checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open 3, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Bucks leading by 6. Pass to Middleton. Back to Holiday. The 3. They get it back. Giannis on the follow. And the Bucks lead by 8.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Lillard against Holiday. Lillard outside. 5 on the clock. There's the triple. The shot missing. And Milwaukee the other way now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. The putback.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
McCollum finds Powell. Back to McCollum. Powell with it. Passes it to McCollum. It's Solomon to Kumbo. For the finish. And the dunk by Giannis.
Just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Lillard from outside. Up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his first 2 points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Here's DiVincenzo. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. Holiday with the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard fires away from way outside. Misses the three. The drive by Giannis. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points in the quarter.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage. And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo for three. And Cancer pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 8. Kicks it out to Lillard. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Lillard.
With all these three-pointers he's missed in the first half, I mean, he's become a weight around the neck. Somebody tell this guy to be more unselfish.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Milwaukee.
The key here, guys, was second chance points.
And they pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls, giving them plenty of added opportunity.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Lillard misses, and so it's Milwaukee now. They're leading by 8. The drive by Lopez, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover, and that's a possession wasted.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Holiday against Lillard. From deep three-point range, nails the tray.
And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
Here's Antetokounmpo, misses the shot. And so the Bucks take the win. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for...